My coach, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a unicorn horn because I'm the unicorn coach. There you go. I want you to feel like you could jump and twist like as powerful as possible from the same position.
First little session, what do you think?
Can we say numbers? I can go there, and then for me to only use my arms. I feel like you got slower. You'll know when you do it right. When you showed up today till now, you have to feel a huge difference.
What do you think the plan is?
Hopefully for you to throw far.
Yeah, you guys show me how.
We just went over it for an hour.
Yeah, well that doesn't mean I can do it off rip.
Exactly, so nothing's changed from then to now. Let's see some throws. Your head position's already better.
I think I'm thinking about loading on the leg a little bit better. Ooh, I also hit my chest sometimes. I don't know why.
Because you are too high in your arms like this, so you have nowhere to go. If you were pulling from the right spot, it would be impossible to hit your chest.
I think too, it's a part of like that position that you were in where like you're kind of hinged in like a deadlift thing, where I just am kind of like sitting up. I think that might be part of it as well. Just aced with this one last week. Everything flies so much better here, man.
Oh, than Colorado?
Yeah.
So I think that we need to focus first on you like getting the feeling of like me like pulling on your shirt. Like this way, like where you're staying like upright, if that makes sense. We need you to feel like you're not doing this because that should kind of correct your head slowly.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, getting on that back leg is fine, but you gotta like, you're kind of just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like we need you to like pop off that back leg. You know, you're getting to here and then it's like kind of giving up, you know, versus like getting to here, then like exploding. So I want you to just feel first off like you're almost leaning too far back. This is your feel instead of like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't want you reaching for the target. Like I want you almost feeling like you're like almost staying closer to me, if that makes sense. Like do your Rona, but feel like you don't want to leave me. It's gonna feel weird at first, but like almost exaggerate like being.
So because I'm trying to put my weight on this foot now. So try to keep my weight
Yeah, because like I said, look, I can go like this, right? And I can just like stand still and rip.
Yeah.
But that's because if I didn't, what was the point of even stepping? You just go like this, right?
Yeah.
This is how you throw.
Yeah.
This is how I want you to throw. Like I want that like, yeah, that.
Do some standstills, or you think?
No,
so
I think you're. A lot of your form is really good, so I don't want you like. We're not going backwards. We're not like teaching a beginner, but like, I want you to feel like when you get to here, you're like throwing your hips at it. And like I said, I don't give a crap if it goes that way.
Like, throw the hips, yeah. Okay.
Like just think of that belt buckle, like at the houses back there.
So I think too, like when I try to throw whatever, blah blah blah. I think I try to do it maybe too fast.
Well, I think that you can go as slow as. I mean, my form's really slow.
I know, and I think I should try. Should I try to slow down a little bit and just like?
Again, that's like such a personal thing. It's like grip. Like I don't want to tell you like how to hold it. Like it's so. You also kind of got to tell me like how it felt or like how that flew or. That
also, I mean, it feels. The first one that I threw, I felt like my body went this way.
Yeah.
Which that's what I don't feel, which is what I want.
Yeah. I said you want to be in a position where you're like those videos I showed you of me where I'm like this. Like my belt buckle is like more to the target than it is like to the camera. To where you're doing like.
I think too, I have like a habit of like wanting this to stay back because I want to use that to brace. Of like this stays back and that helps me stay behind because I like try to learn. Like everyone was talking about brace for a while. I was like, oh, I want to brace, and then I just like kept weight back. I think instead of actually.
So do your throw and like
into.
And like slow-mo. Don't throw up, but just like go through your steps.
Yeah.
At like a. Okay, so that's like where you want your footwork to be now, or that's where it normally is?
Where I want it to be now.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go there. And here.
Because this is a.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you can almost even go a little small, like.
Let's work on.
Yeah.
Maybe a little exaggerated that way.
And I don't want you to like try to hit these.
Yeah.
I just want to put these here, so like that's in your head of like, hey, this is kind of what I want. So let's pick one thing right now and work on it.
Okay.
So do you want to work on your footwork? Do you want to work on standing a little more upright? Do you want to work on the hips? Like, because I think we're kind of jumping all over and we need to like pick something and go. So I think we work on your footwork because I think that that's where a lot of these problems come from. So let's just work on.
Because then I have a solid like base.
And you can try while you're doing these to like add a little more hips or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I just want us to focus on like, because this right here, I could go here.
Yeah.
and hit it almost perfect.
Yeah.
And you're a little smaller than me. And like I said, that's just a feel. I don't care if you match it up or I just want you to kind of feel like you're a little more like athletic to where if I paused you and just went, you're not gonna just flop over. That was good.
The back
yeah,
foot,
but I'm just worried about how far apart they are. Like we're gonna get to the...
I feel like it feels like it engages better just automatically. I'm gonna try to speed it up a little because when I'm slower, everything is better.
Yeah,
and when
I want you to do it at like
that messed up.
Tournament speed, smaller. It already looked like it went faster. That was good. It
felt good.
But again, right there, you still got a little long. Is there a reason you hold it like this?
I just have... Not really.
Just it's such a little contact point.
Yeah.
Like it.
Uh-oh. Silly zone. Was that smaller? It's feeling smaller.
Yeah, that's much
That felt
better.
good.
Yeah.
That felt really good.
Yeah, but I think that what that does is that creates you to be like in a good position elsewhere, because if you go like this, right?
Yeah.
And you lean, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
You go like this and you lean.
It's
you're
comfortable.
Like, you're into that.
It's putting the weight centered in the body, but it's not centered over your spine.
So when you are shorter, it makes you like use your body better. That right there, that rehearsal was like perfect. And again, you can extend it a little bit, but like from where you were to what you just did is like night and day gonna make your posture better. That was a little wide, but it wasn't like this. Like before, I think you were just so spread out, it was like hard to even thumb.
Thank you. It kind of does feel like a bad habit I got into.
That was like a good throw.
Yeah.
That like looked good. Like from what, obviously I'm just like looking with my eyes. It's like hard for me to pay attention to your thumb and your feet and everything at the same time. But
let me go pick those up and then you can look through these.
Kind of a lot going on. First off, just look at your like posture. Like it's so much more in the middle.
Yeah.
Your head is much more upright. Good improvements there. But like, again, we're in this like really good position here.
So it's hipping the disc.
And then it's like you're back up sitting with your arms crossed. Other part of it is like you're in the middle still. Your head's not as tilted.
Yeah.
So like that shorter run up did help you like stand up a bit. Because once you get so stretched out, in order to go that way towards the target, you have to lean. So we're making progress. Because like I said, right there, again, I'd rather see that be inverted.
Yep.
Here, I mean, even that's like an okay position. If you continue it on that plane, but you kind of end up like up.
Okay, so it's interesting.
Like,
go back to that position, a couple more frames ahead, where my arms look like they're crossed. So what's interesting about this is my shoulders here. This shoulder being lower than this shoulder is good. Like it's what people see. And that is not the case for me. And I thought a lot of the reason was because of a lack of knee drive and where my off arm was going. But I think it's shortening the stance, which is like why it's like that. And so now getting this to clear so that there's more room for the disc. That's something that I have not almost ever done consistently, which I think it might be the next thing, because that's like just a bad habit that like it doesn't let the disc get anywhere near the pocket that you need it to be.
And this blocks it. Like I said, where you need the disc to be, because you need it to be close to your body. There's not enough room for air, your arm, more air, and the disc all right here. Like it would create rounding. But like that position is like no good. But like you go back a couple positions, even that, like it's still a little long. But it's better than what it was before. But that's why now, look at your head. There's room. Before,
do you think it would still feel like that was long if my hips were engaged before my throw?
I just think it's long in general.
Okay.
Like I think for your size being 5'6".
And you think like if it's short, I could still generate enough power?
Yeah, because you're gonna use your hips more efficiently. Like your hips are gonna work better closer together. Why do you think every sport is like about shoulder width apart, right? If I want to punch you, I'm not gonna do the splits and then punch you. Like there's no sport where like...
That would be cool if you did that though.
It would. If I could create more power doing that, like no one does that. So it's like we're being counterintuitive. You want to create power, but also your feet aren't even allowing your hips to like twist. So we need to get that in a little more. But like already your head position, like just fixing the feet is like helping your head position. And like
it feels slightly more control. Like my shots feel like I'm spraying a little bit more because I'm not used to the position, but the lack of tension in a lot of my body feels better.
I already see like big improvements in this. So your spine, according to your feet, is like more in the middle now versus being in a position that's not good to throw. We need to try to make these last steps literally feel like it's too small.
I think what I'm gonna try to do is be a little slower on my feet. I think that would help me slow it down.
And I think, like I said, even when I throw it far, my run up isn't fast. You know, so it's like, it's not like you need it to go fast to go far. You want it 1 foot staggered. Even that's like exaggerated. You could go here. And now you need to find out where this feels like it goes wham, the best, right? Like if I were to stand like this, right, and I wanted to hit you, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wham, fire it at you, right? So my distance would be like here. Wow. Yeah. Like I'm gonna hit you, but like, so you have to think like, where do I feel like I can create the most power?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's.
I literally just thought about punching you, and that helped me to get it.
You seen that video of me that we showed earlier, where I was throwing like that, like mid-range?
Yeah.
It is a little longer than that, but like we need to get you like shortened, and then allow you to lengthen a little bit.
Let's work on that position right there.
I think that's too short, but yeah, that's
You think
fine.
so? I think if I aim for that though, it might get to where we want it to be.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like that's really narrow, but I think we work on this footwork thing, and then at home. In the garage, we can, because I don't care where it goes.
Yeah.
So we can work on it.
I think I'm also going to think a little bit about like just keeping this here.
Yeah, put it in your pocket. Feel good? Feel any different? Like.
It feels, honestly, weird. The main thing I can feel is weird with this being here. Ooh. I feel off balance with this being in the pocket. I'm just going to try to hold it here.
Yeah. Like I said, I want you to feel comfortable.
Totally.
But I want you to like feel the feel of what we're like. Part of this whole thing is like you have to feel what you need to feel in order to like go, oh, that works.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't be invested in the flight at all.
Nah.
There you go.
Still dragging a little.
And maybe, well, your feet are still like this.
Do you think that's the last step is making? Am I still twisting on my back foot? Am I still twisting on it?
It's kind of hard to tell in this grass because it's like kind of thick. So, and I'm like trying to.
I'm gonna try to plant.
Yeah, try that.
Even a little more forward.
Yeah. What did you feel like you did there? Like with your back foot?
I felt like I put it here.
Didn't.
Not even close?
No.
Jeez.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why this is like, being in person is like very valuable. Thumb. There you go. I liked that.
That one felt pretty good.
Like, I don't know what it looked like.
I
don't know.
transfer.
I just felt like your body worked.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like you got some into it. I want you to feel like as if I were to grab you, right? And like, you are like on roller skates and I were to just spin you. Like, I want you to feel like, boom, like too fast. Like, there you go. Feel weird?
Yeah. And it's hard when things feel weird, it's hard to tell if they're weird good or not, but that's
again,
just what this is.
That's what this is all about. But like, I want you to feel here, fast hips, and like your center of gravity. Like, I want you to be balanced when you throw. If you throw, I want you to be able to like stop and like hold the pose. Like, think of like Kale.
Yeah.
He just goes, okay, I'm only gonna throw it 450. So I'm just gonna throw it 450, and he just, here, perfect position, boom, and you know, he's always like holding his pose like to an extreme. I liked that.
I'm gonna hit those people. Not actually, but that one felt very good. I wanna watch that one back real fast. So I just changed to where I was stepping more parallel, and I tried to step here, here, and then keep it short and see if that worked at all. See, a little more forward than I would like. I mean, look at how wide that is compared to what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's like.
But I'm also not leaning as far forward there.
No, it's much better than like what it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just still you're like in a really good position there. Your arm's in a better spot.
Much better. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why that one flew really good because you were able to kind of take the like. See how the disc and your elbow are like on the same plane? Yeah. It's not like this. This is when you start losing power. You can do this, like Colton Montgomery. Yeah. Right? He like reaches down from China, but his disc never like, it goes from there to the plane. So you're not like losing.
I think too, I still like don't want to follow past my foot. So I like maybe not even like consciously, but subconsciously kind of dragging that back foot instead of letting it really whip all the way forward.
Well, just, you got to think, however heavy this is, you don't want it to be dragging it around.
Totally.
So you want to be pushing that to help you get it forward. You know, like that's the thing. It's like you want that off the ground. It's like imagine jumping and being like this. Okay, I'm ready to jump, and leaving your. It's like, oh, you're never gonna get off the ground. Yeah. Like,
so this look at this. So if you watch my back foot on this throw, watch where it plants, and then it's gonna twist backwards. You see how it twisted further back? This one, I don't think did it. So I plant it.
Yeah, it stayed more neutral.
Much more neutral.
And like I said, I guess I'm maybe more rare.
Yeah.
In the sense of like my feet being like this, you know, like more so like on a ski, you know, a snowboard or whatever.
I don't know if that's rare.
I see how it can be hard for you to like do that.
It's just muscle memory, maybe.
Yeah.
Still dragging.
Oh, and you're still holding the disc like this.
Was I?
Yeah.
Damn.
I like that. I want you to feel like your body is throwing the disc, not
my arm.
You're launching the disc with your body. There you go. That was good.
It's a weird feeling.
There you go. And that leg was perfect. Like, let's watch that one over again. Arguably your best one yet.
Yeah, this is the Firebird though first.
Yeah, and your feet are still the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay,
and again, this is where I want to like implement like the tolerance thing.
Yeah.
Like your feet are the wrong way within reason. Like
yes.
If your feet were closer together, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but they're wide and crooked.
Yep.
It's like, pick one or the other. Either have them close and on plane.
Yeah.
Or far and on plane, but you can't have far and crooked.
Yeah, let's look at this one. Yes, Dad, I understand.
Goes. Now go from like forward now. Okay, look at that arm position, much better.
Yeah.
You look at your body too, it's like your spine, your head's like kind of right over your, and again, it's okay to be a little bit, we're trying to go forward, so it's okay to be, you know, and look at that leg too, up and.
Yeah, driving forward.
Yeah, like up and out, bam, going, look at that, you swung that leg, like that's gonna help you get power, because now 50 pounds of your body is, boom, up and going.
Yeah.
That's 80% better.
Yeah.
It's just, we gotta like somehow get you to like realize like that run up or that last step needs to be like
so much smaller. Yeah.
Maybe we just set you up, like stand still.
And just like to feel how that
and
feels.
just feel like offset them. Like there you
like
go.
Here.
Maybe shorten it a little bit and then take a tiny step if you wanted to like not feel totally stand still. Yeah, like that. But you still gotta follow through.
Okay.
We're not like working, like I want you to still like feel like driving off that, like get in that position again.
Yeah.
I want you to feel like this rips that way.
Okay.
And I want you to feel like this throws the disc. And this is just holding it. That just sounded like it had more speed. Does that feel okay to you? Like, there you go. You could tell when you can hear it and it's out there. A little more stagger on the feet. There you go. Like I want you to feel like compact and like, like I want you to feel strong. Like I want your, you know, like I want you to feel like I'm strong. Like I'm not gonna be.
I think I'm gonna need to set my hips back more. Because you just pushed me over when we should have been in a strong position. And I think I just noticed it's because my hips are.
Like if I go
look at where my knees are sitting on my toes. Let me go into your position real fast.
Yeah, if I go here, like you're not pushing me anywhere.
Yeah, but look, your knee is over and my knee was just like on top of it where it needs to be.
Yeah, you need to like. There you go.
Yeah.
But like baseball, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna field a ground ball like this, or are you gonna be down there like this, right? Bam. So it's the same thing. If you want to be athletic, like this is the position you need to be in.
Yeah. A lot of it is this right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
My knee is sitting on top of my leg instead of over my toe.
I think that's the thing. We're being actually athletic.
Yeah.
Like I don't want you to feel like I'm stable. I want you to feel like if I said catch the football, you in a position where you're like capable of like actually catching it. I want you to feel like you could jump and twist like as powerful as possible from the same position. Because obviously there's a point where you can be so far down you can't twist, right?
Yeah.
And then you could be so far up where you can't really twist. So like a happy medium.
One of the workouts I actually program are split leg deadlifts.
Okay.
So like here with a hex bar. So like that kind of position.
Yeah.
And then I did go into jumps and stuff like that is. Yeah, definitely a position.
Yeah, but then that's also the same position you can twist from.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so there's like a happy medium of like.
Yeah, and when I watched you do it, and then what I just did there with that same split leg is the back leg, this is over the toe, and this is not quite as over the toe.
Focus though.
Who even says funny things?
What are you trying to work on right now? What are you doing?
I'm trying to work on that split leg deadlift position and exploding through
be
it.
like solid on, okay, let's see it. I like that. Just the back leg. I'm only looking at your back leg.
Yeah.
Like, I think it might have been still a little too long.
Okay.
There we go. These putters, let's throw a disc that actually like.
Yeah, those, I brought those to practice some putting with. Ooh, I slipped.
Yeah, and what that tells me is that your step was so big that you like out.
Yeah.
Because think about it, you're like this, right? So now you're like, you're used to being here. So now you're here and that foot had no traction. Oh, that's nice.
That disc has never flown like that before.
That's.
In my hands, at least.
Yeah, that's really good.
That felt good.
I like what we're getting already. I'm trying to like beat the good things into your head.
Yeah.
Like, we need short, compact, and powerful.
And like punchy. I like
this. This is like what we need. Is here, right here.
Yeah.
But instead of going forward,
I think instead
you're
of
going like this.
Well, I think too, instead of going forward there, if you take that and your trajectory is into the ground, which is how you want your hips anyways.
It makes you twist.
Well, if I'm jumping, instead of like what you just did here, if I think about jumping a foot deep into the ground right here, then it gets the same action and it twists your hips.
It twists your hips. Like, so I'm saying that power that you naturally make, if you go like this, it has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're trying to go that way, so your brain already is going to make it go that way. Like, that's where we have to use our brain to our advantage, because your brain already knows, okay, he wants to go this way. So it's going to help you do that. I love that. It's not perfect, but the fact that you're already throwing it straight, like, is promising to me. Let's load this back leg and let's, like, right through the ground. There we go.
I can honestly load against it more.
Yeah, like, load into it. Oh.
That thing wasn't so flippy. That was a good one.
That was good. We're hitting like distance shots now on like nice lines. Like this is what you wanted, is golf shot. Like, I'm trying to teach you golf shot, not.
That one also slipped a little out of my hands because I think I was
went like this,
yeah.
Let's exaggerate. Even you could drop back a little more. There you go. That's what I want to see. Is I want to see this back leg. Like, I want you to be like where you could chill on it.
Yeah.
Like before you were like, oh, even over here, you know, it's like you're not. So we need you to like get onto that. And I think what that's going to do too is not allow your feet to move a lot. Yeah. Because you have the weight on there. It's hard to move your foot when you have all your weight on it.
It definitely, like, it's hard to know incrementally, like, what is an extra 5 mile an hour feel like, but like, it feels like it's coming out clean. Like it also sounds different.
Yeah, no, I can like hear the disc out there where before I couldn't. That back foot was so much better. And here's the thing.
Here, I'll shoot some of these too, because people like distances. So
I think that more of it is like what we talked about, where you could ramp up the distance. That's more so what I want for you. I don't care if you throw it 30 feet further today. I want you to get to the consistency point where you can throw it 30 feet further on demand.
I have a pure here that went on a nice hyzer flip line out to, thank you, 350. I think I might have pushed 400 with this Pathfinder.
It's definitely.
First little session, what do you think? First like 45-ish?
I think we made good progress. Can we say numbers?
Yeah.
So Anthony threw his Pathfinder, 390 what?
It's a 390, 392.
393. This is called 390.
Yeah.
He said before with that same disc, his furthest throw had been like 360.
Yeah.
So we literally added, just to be modest, let's just call it 50 feet of distance in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And if that translates throughout the whole bag, you know, as it should from speed to speed to speed, I mean, we're already talking a 500 foot like distance drive at this point. So this is 45 minutes into the first day. So overall, I mean, like I said, a lot of Anthony's positions are really good, and I like a lot of his positions. It's just for fine tuning those to be like good positions at the end of the throw. Yeah. Like the middle of his reach back is like as perfect as it gets, like picture wise. We just need to shorten up that last step a little bit. We need to get the position to actually be in a good spot throughout the whole throw. And I think that we're on a good track. I mean, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel really good. I feel like we said something that I think was really good, is like the same concepts with different cues. Like the same concepts that he would teach with anybody might just like cue with my mind differently when we say one thing versus another. I feel confident that I'll be able to throw 500 feet by the end of the week. There's like a lot of stuff that still doesn't look or feel right, but I gotta get on the Neck and Mat show now, and then I'll throw a bunch in the garage and try to really solidify, just like shorten up that step, because it's still longer than we want it to be, but it's better. And the energy transfer towards the end of the throw is significantly better. So positives to take away for sure. Hey, do you think that we should just take all these really random discs over here to the field? These aren't important at all, are they?
Nah, a lot of them are just stuff I've used for like, all this is like MVP discs.
Well, I've never thrown these before. We should actually take these out then. Isn't this like your special stack of stuff over here?
This?
Yeah.
No, this is the like...
Throwaways?
The skip it off the ground to the mailbox stack. All my MVP discs I actually care about or I think are good are in my office. Like, look, it's an Octane, but it's like Firebird flat. Like, who's ever gonna use... Who wants a dead
flat favorite
distance
disc,
driver?
Is this do you use this setup a decent bit for yourself, or...?
This?
Yeah.
I hit golf balls into it. I don't practice my throw much, honestly.
So the Neck and Mat show was pretty good. A lot of fun. Yeah, now it's just time to rip some Frisbees. Really just focus on driving that foot. I really like that cue that we kind of worked on, which for me is going into like, because this is like my deadlift in this position here. Coiling into that, and then instead of striding out, like a skier, striding literally into the ground here. But even in watching back that video that I sent you of that Pathfinder, that stride is still
it's way big,
miles long.
I guess I'm so used to like throwing properly that like even just like a thought of it being that, like that's like comfortable for me.
And mine is here.
Yeah. And you're like, it's like you're taller than me. Also, I guess I learned when I was young.
Yeah.
You know, so my step couldn't be that big because I was little. You know, like you're learning as a full-grown adult. So
thank you.
Well, I guess you're not full-grown.
Okay.
You're as grown as you're gonna be. Because the discs spin and they'll like wear holes in the neck.
That's not a problem for most people who have nets. Still dragging the leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that you need to like focus on that like leg going, like the one thing you had in common with all those good shots in the field was like the leg like being forceful. There you go. I think you practice that feel and that will like translate it.
I felt that in my lower core.
Yeah.
I just said that's like the first time I felt like an intentional like, there you go. And I think it's because what I thought about in doing that was getting to this loaded position and then instead of focusing on just driving this into the ground, focusing on doing that by swinging this one.
Well, that's what I was telling
that's
you.
what your movement is.
Yeah.
I watched that movement and you always do that.
Yeah, it's like you have to like focus on like, act like this in the center of your chest is what's throwing the disc, your arm's just holding the disc. That, I like that. Even the fact that it's just exaggerated like that and you're like committing to.
Yeah. I'm literally thinking because like when I watch you throw a lot of times, especially when I like caddied for you.
Yeah.
At that one early reserve, like when you watch your follow through, it like, it's not exaggerated, but it, like you just see the down to up motion.
Yeah, don't think about it. Like if I were to be in the grocery store and just do a little throw, like that's just what I do.
Yeah.
Like that's just.
I'm thinking about doing that because it engages the right muscles for me.
That was really good. Even that like last step.
Yeah.
Was like much smaller. This is. I'm liking where this is going, honestly. Like you're making good.
Yeah, it feels like repeatable as well.
That's good. That's what I want that leg to feel like. Even like on that shot we showed like in the video earlier, like where I'm just barely throwing it, you know, like. Just the follow through alone is like making my heart happy. Like I feel like we're getting somewhere with that.
I do feel like my momentum is going down to up.
Yeah. Which is what creates this.
Yeah.
Versus the like.
Yeah.
Again, here's like the angles. Again, like look, if I draw with these sticks. So if you're going this way with your body, it's gonna be really hard for your reach back to go this way.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not gonna meet. You're gonna like your brain's gonna know better.
And so I throw very nose up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Because your body goes
here.
Yeah.
And it has to, in order for the disc could go up,
your brain goes, don't throw it on the ground, because really this would result in that.
Yeah.
So your brain goes, no.
Yeah.
Then but again, like if these were your body, right?
Yeah.
You want them both within reason, going the same way.
Yeah.
With a little bit, to where now we have you going up this way. So your body's not really going to let the rest of your body go that way.
Yeah.
So just fixing this going this way is going to make to where you're not able to do this as much. Because if you're coming from here, think like your body won't do that. Okay. So coming from here, it's going to make you fix that.
Even if this still comes in and it's not clearing, the trajectory is still up. So even if it's like with your stick example, even if my body is now going in a better this way and my arm is still hindering me, it's still going this way instead of going this way. And so now we let the arm clear and now they're going like this.
Yeah. When you're throwing from here up, you know, you can have a little bit differing angle, but it's like when your body's doing one, just like you can't jump up and jump down at the same time. Like you have to wait for gravity to bring you back down. You have to use your body in that sense of how it like naturally works to your advantage.
I have a question about the off arm, because when you're like here, peak reach, like getting closer to your peak reach back, do you bring it in to like finish the extension of your reach back? Or
no, I think it just, I'm trying to like get it out of the way.
Okay.
So like I kind of go here to like kind of create that power.
Do you think I should try to instead of being out here, try to just have the elbow go out, because that might make it, because here, to get my hand from here to here is a lot more hard to get my hand from here to here.
Yeah, well I think again, it's a comfortability thing. Like no one on tour really like, or from what I've noticed, like is the exact same in that standpoint. I just like to get it to, because I feel like if I go like this, right, like you're a circle. Yeah. So when I taught myself, I kind of just taught like, okay, hold the disc and then circle back. This one straightens out, and then as I'm here, where it's like I kind of like created that.
Are you trying to get this arm clearing outside of the thigh or inside? Okay.
Like right in the mid, like right on the thigh. Like I'm just trying to get it.
In that shot you showed, your arm was here.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to get it out of the way. Yeah. Like I don't care if it's here. Like I don't want where it's like this. Like this is in my way, or like I'm hitting my wrist. I mean, really, you should be pulling the disc.
I've hit my offhand fingers before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's only because they can be. My offhand fingers are down here.
Not possible.
It's not even possible to hit them. I feel like it sets me up nicely, and then I feel like it's easy to go. You know, because from here to there is like very minimal movement. You know, you're moving your arm a lot further than I'm moving my arm. My arm's out of the way.
Left side of the squat here, I'm going to try to, like, as I start to stride forward, bring that, like, almost try to touch my, like, the inside of my...
I think you got slower. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about I didn't coil as good on the backside, which is why, like...
That's okay. I think we just work on that for today, and then we have 4 more days. That was good off-arm behavior. Over-exaggerating something like that is like gonna hurt your throw because it should never be down there. Thinking that is like just putting you in a different back position.
That's true. You know I felt like I was over.
Yeah, and that's why it like was slower. So it's like don't like do that without. There you go. You can have it there after you've already passed. You can bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, your problem is you're like have both at the same time. So it's like if you went like this and like kind of had it follow. Like Eric McCabe kind of does that. It's not preventing him from like throwing good shots. There you go. You might throw it 600 by the time you leave here.
God, I hope so. So
I'll own your YouTube channel.
That'd be so good for my career.
You have to start banana frisbee for all.
It's okay. You own my channel. My channel dies in a couple weeks. I got 30,000 subscribers on banana frisbee for all real fast.
I think that's very good. Chicken, green beans, rice, and potato wedges because the potatoes are going to go bad.
Sounds really good. That one sounded fast. I did see. I don't like that I can't see it, but it's like such immediate feedback.
Yeah. It's easy to like correct.
And it's easy to get like reps in. Like when it feels good, it's like do it again, do it again.
Yeah. That was good. Your foot was in like that distance is fine. More in the tolerant. Like that's the one thing I'm like gonna be tolerant about with this. Is like this is unacceptable, but like that I'll live with. That was really good. And I like that you're now staying like more on the ball of your foot. Yeah. Than before you had it like this and you were like twisting like off the heel.
Yeah.
So again, if you went like this, like you couldn't like, it's like the things that you were doing was just like you were so out of position, your body was only gonna do that. Oh. Look at that. Way better. Like you're on the ball and then like it's never twisting.
Yeah.
Like it's still a little forward. Your weight's a little more like you're never really like loaded onto that.
Watch that leg. It opens at the last second instead of staying closed. Everyone else stays closed. Yeah. And hits on that toe and transfers that weight.
Yeah, you need to like this angle that your foot is on right here.
Yeah.
You need to like.
I need to hit
drop
the ground
it there. Yeah. You need to not like let it like open.
Yep.
But like that back foot is so much better position than like when you first got here. It's not opening more though. Like it. Yeah. Right there it opens a little bit. But like, if you're pushing off of something, it's gonna move a little. Like, again, that's like a tolerance. A little long still. There you go. I think that now we've got you like at least using your back leg. Yeah. I think we need to keep like work on that like weight being a little bit more back for longer. That step being a tiny bit short, like minuscule things now. That spine is throwing the disc instead of like you lunging and throwing the disc.
Do it with the disc, please.
Okay. Yeah. So like here, it would be like my spine throwing the disc. Right? Where I'm only going from here to here.
So your end position is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying like
and if I'm not here because you're twisted against your hips, but here because your hips are twisted.
Yeah. So if I'm going here, look I can only move my hips. Yeah. Now I'm here. All I have to do is go from there to there. Yeah. But what that does is look at the line of my disc. It's on the same line. What you're doing is you're going like this and leaning, and now you have no power. Like your disc is straight, but you have no power. So I'm using all my power, and then this is just going. Okay. Like that's why I can go here, like gently, and I don't have to like try very hard because it's all there. So it's like you're making it harder by going like this and then having to like zing. You're having to fling it instead of throw it. Yeah, the feel.
Yeah.
It's not what it'll like look like, but that's what it'll feel like. That's what I'm saying. Like let your chest, hips like throw the disc, and like your arm. There you go. That last one is like good.
Yeah.
There you go. But now you still gotta focus on that.
I know. I'm just trying to get that feel real fast because I haven't felt it really before.
Yeah, I'd say a little more like of that hip bend, like kind of putting your butt out type feel. Yeah. There you go. That just sounded fast. There you go.
That one felt good.
Yeah.
I still hit my chest a little bit because I was too up. But that one I felt like my hips went and then the disc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only time your arms should be the only thing doing something is inside of like 100 feet.
Yeah. So the back foot doesn't have that weird like shift anymore. And I'm much more like leaned over, like in a good way.
Yeah, and you're much more like on the balls of your feet, which is an athletic position. Before, I feel like your heels like clunked into the ground like opposites.
Yeah.
And then like this one just went more that way. And then this one like tried to go this way where you're dragging this. It's like, now that you're on the balls of your feet and you're in a more athletic position, like the rest of your body is gonna work more athletically.
The last stride, because my X step has been smaller today than it typically has been, which I think is good because I'm intentionally like putting the weight onto that X step. But my last step, I think, because the reach back position here, second.
Look at the angle of your disc though now.
Yeah.
Like it seems much better.
It's
like look,
not
I
like
can see the disc
though.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
There instead of on the top.
Yeah.
Which it
And
never.
now it's gonna tip.
Yeah, but that's just you pulling it. Like, you know, it's not tipped. Like before, I could like see the stamp. So let it keep going a little bit. Yeah, I never see like the top of your disc here. Like right there, that's the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're not. It's no longer turned the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
You're now internally rotated.
Yeah.
And the disc is going up instead of down. Foot way off the ground, like not dragging it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives.
Do you think my weight's still a little too forward, you think?
Yeah, I think that's what's making that step longer, even when you think it's short.
Yeah.
You know, because like this is way better than when we were in the field.
Totally.
But I think in the field, you know, you were like, oh, it's short, but it was like this far too long.
Yeah.
But it's because I think your weight was so far forward that if your leg would have been shorter where it should have been, you would have like fallen over.
Yeah.
You know?
And then here, like my knee should drive more into the ground. Do you think it's not able to because my weight is already too far forward?
Yeah, I think you're past the point of that leg helping you. Like right there, that leg is powerless.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you.
That's a good way
like,
to think about it. The leg is past the point.
That middle portion, you can cheat, you know, a little bit. It's like, I know I keep saying golf, but it's very similar in like the way it works. Like golf, you know, it's like you want the weight to be on your front foot, then a little bit on your back foot, then finish 100% front foot. So there's a certain point where if you're leaning too far forward in golf, that back foot has no like ability to help you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the position you're getting in sometimes is you're maybe only 5% too far forward, but it's 5% enough to make your actual like body not work in the way it should to let that leg work. Because it's like just past the point of like that leg being valuable now.
The way is just like drilling out, shortening that step? Or is there anything that you think would be helpful for me to think about in?
Again, that's why I think when we got to the field, I started with you like feeling like you were like leaning back. Again, if your weight is further back, it's not going to be comfortable for your front foot to be out there that far. The more that you can be central or like feeling like that.
Is this central or back, you think?
I mean, it's back, but like
slightly.
It has to be. You're on one foot.
Yeah,
like there is central.
Because this is central.
I mean, like your body, like your pelvis is right in almost in the middle of this.
Because this is the position that I've never gotten to.
Yeah, that's like where I throw
the position you need to get into.
Yeah.
I like the way that you put that with the hip. Is like I'm past the point where that leg is useful to me. Yeah. It's because my weight is already shifted too far forward. I need to shift the weight.
You could stand there with like your foot way back like that with no pressure on it.
Yeah.
Like you could do it right now. So it's like that's the point you're at. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like there becomes a point where it's not helpful to you. Right about there is where you need that leg comes off the ground and you start going forward. That had some pop on it.
So that one I didn't even really try to transfer my weight forward. I just kind of focused on getting it here, touching my toe, and then doing the movement.
Well, again, there's certain parts of this that are just gonna work better because you're doing the other stuff right. It's just like what's actually happening versus like what your body's doing is like, doesn't always communicate the best.
This thing looks like it comes out really fast.
Yeah.
Compared to all my other throws. Look at this. That looked like it slung on my head.
And it looked like your like body, like, you know, even your hand.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like I intentionally placed all my steps. Like, look, like how that front foot goes down.
Yeah, and that's like, look at your 2 feet. They're literally pointed directly the same way.
And then the weight transfers right through there.
And your hand is like in the way, but it's late. Yeah. Like the hand gets under after the disc is already there.
And look at where my hips are facing. They're like closer to the target.
Like they're more like here.
And they get at the end, they're facing the target.
And look at your foot's off the ground, like you're not dragging that foot anymore.
That might have been the best throw I've ever thrown in disc golf.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, let's drill that one a little bit.
I am glad that it didn't take us until Thursday night to get this far. Like now I already feel like we've done a good job.
Like I feel like if I go and take that throw into the field, I'd probably throw 500.
Oh yeah. You're going to get so many vendor requests from me. Oh, that was fast. That just, even sitting right here, just like feels fast.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're like moving like quick.
I feel like I'm moving higher. You feel like you're watching me and you're like, oh, that's how this flies fast when I watch other people.
Yeah, it's like it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's almost hitting the net before you throw it, if that makes sense. Like it's like your body
I'm
is
not, you're not watching me throw it like you watched me throw it before.
Yeah.
You're like watching my body move and the disc comes down.
Yeah, it just like pops out. You've always been trying to throw the disc.
Yeah.
Where I think that like once your form gets better, the disc kind of just like, oh, there it is. It like just pops out.
I'm gonna try to throw slowly.
Okay. That was still so fast. I like that.
My steps are smaller, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's because I'm reaching this step and waiting for waiting to feel my toe hit before I start everything. Whereas before, I would just kind of start going and I'm just like,
whenever it hit,
it's gonna land.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it, it's gonna land.
Like there's earth there somewhere. Yeah. I was not expecting to be this like excited for you until like the end. Like I thought, like I was telling her today, I was like, I'm excited, but like I'm gonna be more excited like at the end of the trip when like he's seeing like the full thing. Now that you're already like seeing it and you've been in town.
We've worked for 2 hours probably.
Not even really. And again, that's what I told you. Part of it is like you already knowing how to do it. Like if you didn't, I would say I don't want to, like it's not worth my time to, they start missing a few little things that like they know they're missing, but they don't know how to fix it. Like, cause it's all about these feels. Like that's what I was telling you, where it goes, we don't care.
The one thing I was really worried about this week is since I am traveling for Battle for Bedford, which is like a bigger tournament that like I want to play well at. I was like, oh man, are we gonna like F up my form? And then I go and play. Today has really calmed a lot of that, where it's like, if this is where we are today, we have another 4 days to work on stuff. I imagine I should be able to like go to a tee pad and throw a shot like relatively where I want to with new form.
Well, I think even today you're already throwing it really good. We made like 50% strides earlier in the field. And I think now we've made it another, I mean, I think you're, oh my gosh, that was fast. I think we're 100% better now.
Yeah.
And like I think we're gonna get to 600% better. But I think that right now we've already improved 100%.
Yeah, especially because this form feels so much more controlled.
Well, that's what I was telling you. If you were throwing 440 before, and now you can throw at 60%, 440.
Yeah.
You gain so much because it's just like the closer you are to the hole, the easier the game is.
Yeah.
I put you at 18 holes in a row, par 3 is 100 feet. You're probably gonna shoot 1800.
Yeah.
The one thing we do need to be cautious of is like making sure that like the distances translate from like putters, mids, fairways. It's great if you could throw a Pathfinder 450, but then if you get out there and you can't throw your distance driver for crap, then it's like we really didn't do any service. So we need to like make sure to keep your game like dialed in. Jeez. I mean, from when you showed up to today till now, you have to feel a huge difference.
Yeah. Okay, we just threw a bunch of throws. This is the last one I threw because I heard the camera turn off, but it is feeling really good. My energy is just going into the disc better.
Dinner's gonna be ready in a couple minutes.
Cool, hey, one of the things I think is like a really good sign is as I was like walking in and out and like obviously just like in your gait, you use your muscles. Yeah. Like the core muscles here, all around my like obliques, I feel in a way that I've never felt throwing before.
Yeah.
And like, that's a good sign.
It's one of those things that you have to feel, is why I kept saying like you have to feel it, is like, you'll know when you do it right.
Yeah.
Like it's just like hitting golf ball or baseball. It's like did I hit it good? Oh, you hit it off the end of the bat. Like, well, when you hit it off the middle, you'll know. Like, there's like just a feeling about throwing that it's like your body athletically, you're an athletic person. Like, you know when it like feels the right way.
Yeah.
Less me teaching you and more me helping you feel the feels that you need to feel in order to like be successful. Because it's like you got to the point by yourself where you have like good enough form and throws and ability, but you weren't going to get to the point by yourself to like be locked in.
Yeah, and I felt like I had a lot of knowledge and not a lot of like the ability to make myself feel the things I needed to feel.
Yeah.
Like experientially, and so having like you're just like guiding me through positions that I'm able to feel the things. And probably time for dinner. I'll probably throw a little bit more tonight. Who knows? But got into the video.
Eat dinner and take out the Can-Am. We're wrapping it up tonight. I made the rules. We're gonna go rip around the Can-Am.
That's so cool. My eyeballs are sandblasted right now. Woo. So we ripped around the Can-Am. And one of the last thoughts that I had was, it doesn't feel like I'm gonna be able to throw so much farther tomorrow when we go into a field and actually like throw and maybe go to a course, probably just a field though. But I think that's just because I don't feel like I am throwing harder. My body is just working more efficiently. So the disc is coming out faster. I said this time and time again, I'm probably gonna put it in every freaking form video because I'm a nerd about it, but like, form is just a conduit for your body to use its energy efficiently. You have like the top potential to throw a disc, and your form is whatever percentage of that potential you can use. And so my form coming into this was maybe 60%, 70%, I don't know. Maybe now it'll be 80%, and maybe by Friday it'll be 90%. But that difference might be 50 feet, 100 feet, who knows? I don't know. I hope I can throw a disc 500 feet tomorrow. That'd be nuts. I'm worried I'm gonna revert to my old form, honestly. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. If you guys wanna watch through, break down all my form and everything that we need to work on, check out yesterday's video right over here. If you want to check out tomorrow's video, subscribe, because it'll be coming tomorrow. We're just gonna vlog the whole entire series, probably just one video per day, and then a wrap-up video afterwards. And hopefully, I can be throwing 500 to 550 going into Battle for Bedford.
We're eating dinner. See you guys tomorrow.